we are going to show you how to make enrichment for your dog with recycled goods. We are going to start with paper towel rolls and toilet paper rolls that can easily create a very cool homemade snuffle for your dog so they can find treats. What you want to do is you want to take a handful of treats, kibbles, freeze-dried something, whatever your dog likes to sniff for. Something stinky is preferable. What you're going to do is you're going to sprinkle it into the little tubes and be as generous as you like, whatever your dog's diet includes, and then you are going to let them come in and sniff and sniff and sniff. And what they're going to do is they're going to try to push all of these out of their way and even pull them out so that they have to use their head to try to get to the treats, but primarily they're using their nose and sniffing, which is if you really have like a hand towel that's just old, you don't like it anymore, and you're thinking of throwing it away, you can repurpose it for enrichment for your dog. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay it flat, and you're gonna put, again, some of their favorite treats, something stinky, into the middle here, and you're just gonna roll it up like this. And you can also, depending on your dog's sniffing ability, you can just leave it flat like this and they can unravel it to find the treats. As they get smarter and figure out that this is so easy, you can start to make it more difficult by tying it into a knot so that they have to, but not a tight knot, so they can tie it into a loose knot just like this, and your dog can sniff the treats inside of the fabric and pull it apart and find the treats. Cups, plastic cups that everyone usually has around for having a gathering, and sometimes they sit in your cabinet for a really long time. There's a few things you can do with these for fun for your dog. One really easy one you can do is putting a few treats in each cup, and then you stack them together like this, and then you give them to your dog, and they have to figure out how to get the cup off or knock it over, get inside between the cups to get the treats. Get a water bottle, a Gatorade bottle, a soda bottle. If you use something other than a water bottle, just wash it out really well. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna put, no cap, put treats inside and give it to your dog so that they can roll it around, shake it around until they get the treats to come out like a treat dispensing toy that you would pay anything from $10 to $20 to $30 for. Super simple, super easy, keeps them occupied for 10 minutes maybe, which is a good way to get some exercise. And you can also repurpose jars like this. This is a little bit more effort, where you would cut some holes into the lid if you want to add something extra like a rope and turn it into a toy. But if you want to keep it simple, you can just cut holes into the side of the jar so that when they roll it around, the treats come out. And this will keep them occupied for quite a while until they finally get all of the treats out. And it depends on the size of the jar that you choose, how much treats you can get in there and how much they have to roll it around to get the treats out. But this is another really easy one for like a peanut butter jar at home or a snack jar. And now we're gonna do another one that is a little more complex for those who are really smart and really brave. This one's a really good confidence builder for dogs. What you're gonna do is get a big bowl of water or a bucket of water and get an old Tupperware that maybe you lost the lid to and you're about to throw it away. You could use it for your dog. What you're gonna do is you can line it with peanut butter or spray cheese or Kong filler, and you can put it in the water, and they have to lick it, and it's gonna keep moving out of their way, and it's gonna take them a really long time to lick it clean. And that's a really easy way. You can also just keep it simple and just put treats in there so they can get the treats out, but again, it's gonna bob out of their way and take them a minute to get the treats. You can also, if your dog is really a fan of water play and treats, you can just sprinkle treats into the water, and that way they have to go bobbing into the water for the treats. And that one's a really easy one. I do recommend that you put a towel underneath to catch the spillage because there will be a little bit of a mess. Okay, and if you frequently order from Amazon or you get packages at home, another good way to reuse your boxes before you recycle them for real is to fill them with newspaper, extra paper. Usually packages come with some sort of cushioning. That's perfect. All you need to do is spread it out and fray it, and then just kind of crump it together and put it back in the box, and just put it like this, like this. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna sprinkle some stinky treats all up inside, and your dog is gonna go sniffing and like diving in, and maybe even throwing the box or shredding the box. This is another great way for them to get out internal frustration, energy, doing an instinctive act of like shredding or digging, and a lot of sniffing. That's making it more difficult by adding water bottles with treats inside that are harder to sniff around and move around. You can add more difficulty by taking a small piece of paper, putting treats inside, and clumping it up. You can also get paper towel rolls and bending the ends of them to trap treats inside and putting them. So you can make it last a really long time for your dog. This is the simplest way to do it. You have a kiddie pool, or you can go get a kiddie pool, and you have some old sheets, old towels, old blankets that are just gross and old and you don't want them anymore. You can pile them all into the kiddie pool, and again, hide treats and scattered treats all inside. The sheets are really good for a dig pit. A lot of people think you have to have like a dirt pit to have a dig pit for a dog, but no, this is really like useful. They dig, kind of like what they do when they're nesting in a bed, but this time they're digging for something. So they're trying to accomplish finding a treat. So this will easily wear their mind out and find treats at the same time.